Hello YouTubers, in this video we will see how to compile custom Godot export templates with encryption. And yes, this is the updated version that currently GDRE does not crack open your games even when you provide the encryption key. So if you don't know what exactly GDRE is, then it's basically a reverse engineering tool that can extract your complete source code from your exported game. Now, it fails because of some magic headers and other encryption process that we will discuss, and also we will try to crack open our exe file using GDRE for proof maybe later. And also I will show you how to make this entire process automated using GitHubs. And before disclosing everything at the intro, let's start the tutorial. So the things that are needed to compile Godot are Python and a internet connection and that's it. Also you can have an optional GitHub account so that you can give a star for everyone. So let's start installing Python. So now open up your favorite browser and go to this URL and just click on this download button. So I have already downloaded it, so I'm not gonna be doing it again. So make sure you download it. So once the download has been completed, double click on the setup file and then make sure you add this Python exe2 path. So just make sure you enable this option and then click on install now. So once it's installed, you can confirm the installation by opening up the command prompt and typing up python ---- version, and you will see the Python version. So if this is not displayed, or if something else is displayed, any error, or maybe you have a different Python version, that's totally fine. But if this is not shown up, then maybe the installation process has not gone well. Alright, so other than this, now you also have to download this min_gw that's basically required to compile the Godot source code. And you just go to this URL, and here we will be downloading this file that's of 94 MB, and what it states is like release POSIX SEH UCRT and blah blah. So just make sure you download it. And yes, I have downloaded it and I'm not gonna be doing it again. So let's open it up and let's extract it. So I am extracting it in the same folder, and this is gonna take some time depending upon your computer speed. So once it's done, you can just open up the software and you'll see all the different kinds of folders and other stuff. So now we need to tell our Windows that we have installed our 64 min_gw64 at this file directory. So to tell the Windows, we need to edit our environment variables. So for that, let's open up our environment variables, and here if you don't have this variable, then no issues, don't panic. You just click on new, and for the variable name, make sure you paste this exact same stuff. And for the variable value, you need to copy up the path. So basically the folder where you have extracted your min_gw64, open it up and just copy the path and paste it in the variable value, and then click on OK. So I have already set up the path at the C drive, so I'll not be doing it again. Then once it's done, click on OK. So the last thing we need to install is scons. So for that, open up command prompt, then type pip install scons and then click on enter. So I have already installed it, so I'll just get the message as the request already satisfied, and in your case the scons will be installed in your computer. Alright, so now we need to download the Godot source code. So for that, open this URL. So basically it's the GitHub repo of Godot source code, and make sure you give a star. Then in the release sections, we'll be downloading the stable release. So let's go down to source code and let's download the source code. Again, let me tell you, I have already downloaded it. So let's extract our source code. So once it's done, let's go back to GitHub, and here now you will need to go to this GitHub repo. This is the other repo, and here you will see that this person has created a script that's enhanced protection, and you can see, you can just go through the complete overview of this repo. What this script exactly does is like it creates an extra protection upon your normal Godot encryption. So basically the magic headers are randomized, and you can just compare the normal Godot encryption with this script Godot encryption. So with the normal one, it's easy for GDRE to crack open, but when you use this script, it's kind of difficult because everything is randomized, and currently the GDRE does not support this one. So this repo provides with two encryption. The first one is Camellia, whatever you spell, and the second one is AES. So we'll be going with AES because this encryption decryption is much faster when compared to this, because this provides the hardware support, so it's kind of fast. So let's open up this file but before that, make sure you even start this up, and let's open it up, and let's download this file, and make sure download it inside the Godot source code, the folder that you have extracted, and let's save it up. And yes, this is downloaded. So now, before actually encrypting our Godot export templates, we need the encryption key. So to generate the encryption key, we will be using the Python that we just installed, and if you don't want to use Python, you can just use any other encryption key generator, but since it's easy in Python, we will be opening the IDLE, and here we need to type in this command. So the first one is like import OS, so we import our OS library, and then we type in this random 32-bit generator so that it generates a random key, and maybe you can generate the key from any string that you like, but in this case we'll be generating a random key, and then click on enter. So this is the random key that's been generated, and if you don't like this key, then you can just repeat the command, and every time it generates a different key. So we will copy this key, and before doing that, let's see what Godot needs, or how to set up the encryption key. So if you open up the Godot documentation, then to set up the encryption key, you need to type in this command in your command prompt. So let's copy it up, and let's open up the command prompt, and let's paste, and at this point you need to paste the key that you have generated. So let's copy this key and let's paste it, then let's click on enter. So this actually sets the variable name, the script AES256 encryption key, to this value, so that Godot can easily know what our encryption key is during the compile, and we don't need to provide it separately. Alright, so now before running the compilation of Godot, if you remember, we just downloaded this additional script that's enhanced our security, so we need to run this script. So to do that, let's open it up, our folder of Godot source code, and here let's type in command prompt, and now let's type in this command python, then the name of the file that we downloaded, and the name was Godot secure. So let's type in GODOT and then type in tab so that it automatically fills, and then the root directory of Godot source code, and that's this current directory. Then click on enter. So this shows a warning, just type Y for yes and then click on enter. So now you have the script successfully running on the complete Godot source code, and it actually replaces or provides some enhanced security with all the other steps, like it has till step 7. And also it gives you a security token, so make sure you copy this security token somewhere so that you don't lose it. And in our case, let's just paste it in Google Chrome. Make sure you don't paste it in Google Chrome, but I'm just pasting it so that I don't lose it for this tutorial. And yes, now we have uh, run this script on our Godot source code, and this has improved the encryption process. This will, I mean, in further when we compile, it's gonna be improve, like it will improve our encryption process. So that's why we run this script. Now let's compile the source code, but before actually doing it, let me just tell you that when you run the script, this actually requires you to compile both the stuff, I mean the Godot as well as the template release. So what is the difference between the editor and template release is like the template release will only contains the information that makes your source code into an executable or exported game, while the editor is the Godot itself. So yes, you need to compile both the editor as well as the template release. So let's open up our command prompt where you have run the script, else you can just open up a different command prompt in the same directory. And here let's type in scons, then we need to specify the target. So the target is gonna be editor for first, then click on enter. So you'll see some warnings, just ignore that. And now you can see the compilation has been started. So this compilation is gonna take around 20 minutes in my case, but again it depends on the CPU that you have. Also make sure you don't run any other process when you're running this, because your whole system is gonna be slowed down. So just leave the process till it completes. So if you feel like, hey, this complete process is taking a lot of time, then yes, you need to have patience. Also just have patience till I release my next video where I'll be showing you the complete process automated using GitHub Actions, where you will not have any problem with the errors or downloading stuff or setting up the encryption. The complete process will be automated. So make sure you watch my next video. So let me stop my recording and we will meet again when the compilation process has been done completed. Okay, the compilation is completed and it took 33 minutes. Alright, so now we need to start with template release, I guess. So let's see the spelling, template release. Alright, it's not releases, it's template release, and then go. So the first build took 33 minutes, and this time it's gonna be much faster because it's gonna catch the previously compiled. So this time I don't think it's gonna take 33 minutes. And yes, just a reminder that we didn't use LTO, but if you use LTO, then the build is gonna be much smaller than this. Not much, but smaller than this, but it's gonna take more time. So I think it's better if we use LTO in GitHub, not here. Alright, so the build has been completed now, and this time it took 22 minutes, which is 10 minutes faster than the previous build. Alright, so now if you go to the bin folder, here you will see that we have the editor as well as the release template. Alright, so let's open up the editor one. And here you need to have your project. So in my case, I'll be using this car demo project, and I will open it up. So again, this demo was uploaded on GitHub, so maybe you can go and get from there, or else it's also available in asset library. And this is just a simple car, so let me just run you and show. And you can see I can just move the car with arrow keys and space for drift, escape to reset, all this simple stuff. Alright, so now let's click on project and let's export our project. So now if you don't have this Windows runnable, then no issues, just click on this add and then click on this Windows desktop. Now here what you need to do is just click on advanced option, and here in the release click on this icon, and here you need to paste the location. So in my case the location for the release is this one, so let's copy this. So basically it's in the Godot source code and inside the Win. So here we had both editor as well as release. So let's copy this and let's paste it. So this time we need to select this release. Make sure you don't select the console, the release one, release 64.exe, then click on open, and maybe you can just check mark this embedded pack, or it's your wish. But in the encryption section, enable this encryption, and here you need to specify what resources you need to encrypt. So in my case I want to encrypt all the TSCN as well as all the GD. So if you have any other resources that you want to encrypt, then make sure you can add here, but don't add too much of resources else the runtime is gonna be slowed. Alright, so in this case I don't want anything to be excluded, and only this I need to encrypt. And the encryption key, well, that was the key, yes, this one key that we stored here. So that's why I said just make sure you paste it somewhere else where you can easily access. And let's paste it over here. And other than this, it's your wish to initialize the seed vector. Let's click on export and let's create a folder. Actually we already have a folder, and let's delete the previous build. So in the release folder, make sure the export with debug option is disabled, then click on save, and let's the export has been completed. You get a warning, but no issues. Let's see what it has exported. Now this was a directory in the release. We have exported our car demo, and let's open it up. And yes, you can see we have successfully exported using our encrypted process. Now it's time to check if the encryption has actually worked or not. So for that you can go to GitHub and you can just search for GDRE GitHub, and you can just download this release version for Windows, because in my case I'm using Windows, so I'll be opening it up. I have just downloaded and extracted, and this is what you get inside that. So let's now run our GDRE tools, and let's set the encryption key. So the encryption key that we used was this one, so let's paste it and then click on OK, and let's try to recover a project. And the project was in desktop, car demo, release, and this was the project. Now click on open, and you can see you get a warning because the encryption is somewhat advanced when we used this Godot secure, because it had some variations from the previous build. And for more bulletproof encryption, what you can try is like always run this script, so the Python script, before you make the release, so that each build is unique. So even the key will be unique and the headers will be unique. So whenever you are releasing a new version, so make sure you run the script, you compile both editor as well as template, and then you export your project, so that every release will have a unique build, and it becomes harder to reverse engineer the every build. And yes, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any questions, you can comment me below. Do like the video, do comment, do subscribe, and always have a great day.